Hey, everybody. Welcome to Live from the Owl's Nest. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And together we're Royalwise, which is
computer training support featuring QuickBooks.
computer software training and support specializing in QuickBooks Online, Microsoft Office, and
all things Apple.
She can do that part. That's awesome. She can absolutely keep that part up.
You can't hold that against me. For 2 years we've been doing it that way.
And I'm trying to get you into practice now. I'm trying to give you your spotlight so that next time I'm not here, you can jump in there and get her done.
We need a script.
A script? Well, okay. That's fine. So we have a ton of stuff to talk about this time around. A ton of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start off with jumping off and saying I've got a new episode of my podcast. JMac Fixes Everything is out there, episode 6. And so it's a great episode. We talk about a lot of great stuff. And so, again, go to YouTube and check out the Royalwise channel to find JMac Fixes Everything for the webcast. And go to wherever you get your podcasts and search for JMac Fixes Everything and check out the podcast there. And I, get a couple downloads, a couple views, but I'm not quite hitting it the way somebody's hitting it with their new podcast, the Unofficial QuickBooks Accountants Podcast with Hector Garcia and Alicia Pollock. Alicia, what's going on with the
Well, our podcast is blowing up. I want to thank everybody who has been subscribing and supporting us right out of the gate. We're sponsored by LiveFlow, timesheets.com, and OnPay so far. And this week's episode just dropped about Intuit Assist and how Intuit is leaning in on AI, artificial intelligence, to help your clients and you with your bookkeeping. And so it's a great, really juicy topic. So check us out. Again, it's the Unofficial QuickBooks Accountants Podcast, and you can get it wherever you go listening to your podcasts. So check it out and subscribe.
Whee! Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody gets a podcast. You get a podcast, and you get a... No, wait.
Everybody gets a podcast.
Kind of like that. What are we doing next? What do you want to talk about next?
Let's do Apple News.
Apple News. Oh, okay. Wow. They last week did the Apple Wonderlust event announcement. And so we've got some new Apple hardware coming up. So just a quick recap. The iPhone 15. Of course, we knew the iPhone 15 was coming up. But then the iPhone Pro, 15 Pro, and the Pro Max and all that stuff is coming out. The biggest thing about that stuff that I want to talk about is USB-C. All of them will now be USB-C. So bye-bye Lightning adapters and hello USB-C adapters for charging, which the iPad Pro has had for a while. Some other devices have had for a while, but now all iPhones that are coming out on the iPhone 15 will have a USB-C. Was there a question there?
Yeah. Now, when you say USB-C, you mean like the old school, what I think of as a PC one that looks like this? Like the one that goes into your...
Not a USB-C mini. Not like the one that you would charge your old rechargeable battery with or whatever.
Okay.
No, USB-C, right? The thing that's on your MacBook Pro, the thing that was on your MacBook Pro.
The big square one?
No, it's just a little oval. It's just a little oval.
Okay.
That might even be what you picked up. I don't really know. That's a Lightning adapter.
You mean this one?
What is going on with you? That might be it. I can't. It's dark in here. I can't. USB and what's the square one now? USB-C is the kind of the rounded rectangle one. So it's the way you would charge your MacBook Pro right before.
Oh, so the newest one.
The newest.
The
USB.
newest one is the one that they're
right. Android's been using that for a good long time now. The iPad Pro has already been using it, but it's new to the iPhone. So the iPhone 15 will now be using USB-C and standardized with a lot of other devices. Even the new AirPod Pros are USB-C instead of Lightning. So that was last time around. But another big thing that we've just found out is that when the new iMac comes out, we don't even know when or if that is, but the keyboards and the rechargeable mouse will also be moving to USB-C.
Okay, so it's going to be one cable to rule them all.
So Apple, one cable, right, exactly.
Okay, good.
So Apple has finally gotten to the point where they're going to have one cable to rule them all. Apple Watch Series 9 is coming out, and also the Apple Watch Ultra 2 is coming out. So those are also kind of big. One thing about the iPhone 15 Pro that's going to be different is no more side switch. The side switch is going away and they're replacing it with an action button, which is something that the Apple Watch Ultra had on the side of it, was just a big button to push to create actions to happen. And so on the iPhone, the side switch used to be to turn on silence mode, to turn off silence mode, but now it's programmable and you can say, I want the action button to activate Siri or start a voice memo or whatever it is you want it to do. So you can kind of do that.
Cool.
Also with Apple Watch Series 9 and the Apple Watch Ultra 2, a very cool new feature they're going to have is called the double tap. And that's where on the arm that you have the Apple Watch on, you can just take your fingers and go tap, tap, and it will activate the watch like tapping on the watch. So if you're doing anything on the watch, you could answer the phone call. You could hang up the phone. You could play the music. You could pause the music, right? Okay. And so the Apple Watch is going to know when you do the one finger double tap, and it'll activate the watch.
But that's on the new watches, so that's not going
to only on the Series 8. That's not a software improvement. This is not something that if you're on the Watch OS 9 or whatever you get. No. You have to have the Apple Watch Series 9 hardware, and I believe just the Apple Watch Ultra 2 hardware, I believe, will also have the double tap feature.
Well, I'm gonna have to wait a little while because I just got this for Hanukkah last year, so it's gonna be another couple years until I get my new tap watch.
Yep. And the only other thing that they said that I thought was really cool is Apple Watch is going to be completely carbon neutral. It's going to be the first product that Apple has created that is carbon neutral. That everything in it's going to be recycled material. And I think it's like 95% carbon neutral, and they're going to buy a high quality carbon offset for the extra 5%. Packaging and everything. Packaging is smaller, less plastic, everything. So they are trying to live up to their commitment of being carbon neutral by 2030 across their entire operations. And the other thing they announced, which is kind of cool and weird, no more leather in and on or near any Apple products. So no more leather phone cases, no more leather watch bands. They've got a new, I can't remember what they call it. It was a braided something or another fabric that they've created that is as flexible and durable as leather.
So
but it's
the Apple equivalent of vegan leather.
Vegan leather, yeah. It's probably going to be recycled plastics, honestly.
That's what vegan leather is. It's vinyl.
Vinyl. Well, you know, hey, whatever. You get what you get. So that's a lot of the big Apple news. And if you need more, feel free to join my Royalwise Apple community on Facebook if you want to kind of keep up with what I'm talking about, or contact me directly if you need help shopping or figuring out which option is which, because there's 1,000 options now.
Mm-hmm.
How about you? You got something on the news front?
I do. I am really excited to announce that we have a new book out, and it's going to be kind of a surprise what book it is. But QuickBooks Desktop Hands-On Training, which was formerly published by Questiva Consultants, is now a Royalwise title on Amazon. And so it's 600 pages of QuickBooks desktop goodness, step by step and click by click. And so it has an accompanying course on my website. So if you want CPE credit for learning QuickBooks Desktop, you can. It's available on Amazon. When you buy the book on Amazon, if you decide to enroll for the class, you actually get a credit for the book cost so that you don't pay for it twice. And I'm really excited about it because desktop is not dead yet. And so you do still have some clients who are going to need to be on it. And this book goes through everything, including inventory and payroll. It's really comprehensive. I mean, it's heavy enough that I can actually do lifts with it and get my
workout in.
Get my workout in.
There we go.
So come check it out.
Yay, another book. Alicia's just published another book. But we're super happy to have that one on Amazon. Her QuickBooks Complete's been on Amazon for a really, really long time. And we as a company and we as a couple are very excited that Alicia can get her QuickBooks desktop book out there and in the hands of the people that are still using desktop, because really the resources have been dwindling. Intuit support has been dwindling. And so we're still here for you. And if you need training, the on-demand training that comes with this book is absolutely spectacular and not readily available anyplace else but through us. So if you are really struggling with finding that training, especially for QuickBooks Desktop, and you want it to be CPE certified, you don't have any other options. So
yeah.
Yay.
definitely come check it out.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. What's going on in your world?
Is it class time?
It's class time.
Upcoming classes?
Oh, wait, somebody on the feed just says that they've got 2 of my books on their shelf for quick access.
Yay!
Cool.
All right.
Thank you for your loyalty and support.
So with all the Apple hardware announcements, of course, it was earlier this year they announced all the operating systems, but now they're coming out. And so this Tuesday, iOS 17 came out for the iPhone, and iPad OS 17 came out for the iPad. And so the new operating systems for the iPhone and the iPad are out. And so I will be doing my What's New in iOS 17 class on October 6th at 1 p.m. I will be doing my What's New in iPad OS 17 class 1 week later on the 13th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Let me make sure I say Pacific time because we forget that. And then Mac OS Sonoma version 14 isn't coming out until September 26th, I believe. But we're still going to go ahead and schedule the What's New in Mac OS Sonoma class. And that'll be, let me just make sure I get this right. I guess it'll be October 22nd, right? So it's nope, that's the wrong month. Let me get to the right 20th. So October 20th at 1 p.m. I'll be doing my What's New in Mac OS Sonoma class.
Okay. And Jeff, can you do me a favor and put his classes on my calendar? Because I need to go to those myself. So if you would do me a favor.
I think you could probably figure out to put them on your own calendar. A couple of just quick things that I've found in there that I think are really cool. One is leaving video voicemail for FaceTime calls. If you FaceTime call somebody in iOS 17 or iPad OS 17 and they don't answer the FaceTime video call, you can leave them a video message now. So you can actually leave them a little, hey, I was trying to call, wondering what you're up to, but it's actually a video of you, like video voicemail, which is kind of groovy.
I love that idea. So I could actually like just make a little video for my parents right on the spot without having to record a video. I can FaceTime them.
And if they don't answer, you just leave them a little message.
Oh, that's cool.
And then there's the new contact posters where you actually can create. So there, AirDrop is where you can hand a file between iPhones, and now you can AirDrop something called Name Drop, where you actually can like just hand them your contact. They can hand you their contact, so you can exchange contact information just by putting the phones near each other. And part of that is creating what's called a personalized poster. So you pick what picture of yourself you want, what the words say, what information is attached. And so you can pass that across into their contacts. So when you call them, they see your poster.
Oh, that's interesting.
Popping up
so
on their
like you
screen.
can give it like a list of like, can you give it websites and social media?
It's not quite that. It's not a contact card. You can already pass a contact card. This is just more of a graphic of a representation of you, like a poster.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look forward to seeing that.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
And how about you? Got any classes coming up yourself?
Yeah. So my next 2 classes coming up are not actually my classes. They're not taught by Alicia. The next 2 classes that I have coming up are taught by Tanya Hiltz and Jackie Meyer, CPA. So on September 26th, Tanya Hiltz is joining the OWLS as a guest instructor, and she's going to be doing a 2-hour essentials class about value pricing and value billing. So if any of you are billing hourly or your clients are billing hourly, this isn't just for accountants and bookkeepers. This class is going to be applicable to anybody in a service industry who is billing for their time. And the reason why you can't do that is you only have so many hours in a day. And so your income is capped by how much time you have. So instead, we're going to take a look at alternative ways of taking a look at the value that you're providing to your clients, putting a price on that, and also taking advantage of this new way that we have in the world about subscription billing. I mean, we're already subscribing to our software. Why shouldn't people subscribe to your services as well? So Tanya is going to be teaching a class about that on September 26th. And so you can go to royalwise.com. Depending on which feed you're on, you can go down to the comments down below, and the links are down there too. And then on October 3rd, Jackie Meyer is joining us. She is the founder of Tax Plan IQ, which is software that helps with tax planning and advisory. And she's going to be coming in to show you how to look at your QuickBooks Online reports or any reports that you have, and mine them for gold. Figure out where your tax savings are, find out where you can reduce your taxes, and different ways of approaching your both the bookkeeping and your business management in order to minimize the taxes paid. So I am very, very stoked about this particular course. So Jackie Meyer on October 3rd.
Cubio gold mining, is that what the course is called?
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We
Mining
love
for
that.
gold in your QBO.
There we go.
Yeah. So join us for those 2 classes coming up.
And as Alicia was about to say, go to royalwise.com and just click on the calendar. If you don't see a link for any of these classes, you're not sure where to find them, well, just go to royalwise.com, click on the calendar, and you'll find them date by date.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, that's good. Thank you for watching. I think we've got Matthew Fulton in the audience. I think Mariette's out there. Thank you for joining us.
Very good. And we'll see you. Well, again, I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And we'll see you
See you
next
in
time in
class.
class, everybody.